Today we're going to have a look at ghost ball aiming. I'll show you this visualiser and then we'll go out on the lawn and have a look at it and have a play with it. Right. We'll use the yellow and the black here. Now, we all know that if you hit the middle of this ball onto the middle of that ball, in other words, a line straight through those two balls, the two balls, the yellow will hit the black ball and the black ball will go straight. Okay, so let's just play this shot. That'll be about straight there and see what happens. Now the little guy's coming around, so I'll turn around a bit. Okay, so the yellow stops. We also know that if we aim a little bit left or right, so if I aim out this way off the black ball, we get an angle. We don't get balls going in straight, and we also get the situation where the balls go a long way. So I'll undo this, and the same as, for the opposite side, it's the same. If we hit on the opposite side, then our yellow ball will go that way and the black ball will go that way. Now, we can use that knowledge to our advantage if we can learn something a little bit about it. So what do I mean by a ghost ball? Let's imagine this scenario here. You are playing the blue ball and you want to cut the red ball so that it goes to the peg. So we can have a look at this. We can move it around and work out where we need to hit it. But it's not that simple for all people, and they need to understand a little technique that helps them to aim. And this is a technique that comes from billiards and snooker, where they have an imaginary ball that they use in practice and they visualize it in a real game. So they place it so that that ball is in line with the ball they want to hit, just like that. And that gives them the point on the red ball that the blue ball has to hit. So just imagine you've got a croquet mallet, you're going to hit the red ball, you're going to hit through here, okay? So we're not going to hit it with the croquet mallet, we're going to hit the blue ball onto the red ball and the red ball's going to hit the peg. So that's what a ghost ball is. So once you've worked out where you're going to aim it, all right, you can visualize that. Or you can do it in practice, just grab another ball and use it and place it on where you're going to hit it. So it looks to me like we're going to be aiming through this ball about just left of that red flag over there. You can also pick your ghost ball up and aim for a blade of grass. So when we take this away, what we're doing is we're going to aim this ball and we're going to aim over here, so that we get a little bit of angle on it. So we're going to cut this ball into the peg. So we have to hit it hard enough to get there. So we're aiming over here and we play the shot. See what happens. And that's what happens. You hit it straight onto the peg. And that was all achieved by lining up where your shot was going to be with a ghost ball. This model gives you a little bit of assistance in understanding how it works. So if I click on aim here and I go around and I put this ball, let's put the ball right on the back of that ball, you can see that there's a ghost ball there and the yellow ball will hit the black ball and it will go straight forward. So I'll do a little one there. Okay, so the yellow ball only went a wee distance. So I'll undo that. No, actually, I'll do it from the other side so it's easier for you to see. So we select the yellow ball, we put on the aiming line, and we come through. So let's have a look at that. Straight. Right. So undo that. Select the yellow ball. Now, this time, we'll aim out here. Now, can you see the ghost ball appearing behind the black ball? Now, it is showing where the yellow ball is going to hit the black ball, that little spot. So the black ball goes directly in line with that little spot. So let's line it up again and just zoom in and have a wee look. And then where we've got it, we'll select that ball, draw the aiming line, and let's do that. I'll freeze the frame there, and then we can go right in and have a look. Now, if you have a look, we've got a right angle. So when the yellow ball hits the black ball is going to go this way, and it's going to go directly through the centers of the two balls. So that ball has to be the invisible ball, the one that's transparent, has to be on the center line of that ball. So straight through there. So if we take the ghost ball away, that's where we're going to hit. So we can either pick the ball up or imagine where the ball is and look at a blade of grass and aim for the blade of grass, or we can visualize down the line of the ball where we're going to hit out here after we've gone and had a look at it. And we know that when those two balls have an elastic collision, which is what it's called, the yellow ball will go this way and the black ball will go that way. Very handy. You can hide the black ball behind other balls or behind a hoop, or take advantage off the black ball for your other ball to go to a hoop or anything like that. So this is the shot. So let's unfreeze it. Come around and we're going to hit the black ball out here. All right. So I'll only make it a short shot. And you'll see exactly what happens. It goes straight down the lines that we did. So you saw there was a right angle. So I can draw that right angle. The ball was there. One ball went that way and the other ball went this way. And I could have done it as a line. And it's a right angle there. So that's how that works. Now, in reality, because of the balls having markings on them like millings or knurlings, depending on how you call it, and the grass having some resistance, you don't always get the right angle. It's quite often less, like 85 degrees instead of the 90 degrees. So we'll clear the lines. Turn off the telestrator. Right. So that's how that works. Very easy concept. Now, there are times when it's extremely useful. If you've got yourself a shot, like this, for instance, the opponent's somewhere in front of the hoop, it's black's turn, yellow's going to run the hoop. You want to clear the yellow, okay? But you want to make sure that you don't go with it and allow red to have a shot after you. So selecting the black, using the aiming technique, you can come around here and aim at that ball, that yellow ball. And if you hit there, what you're looking at is the angle you need to hit to get the in off as well as clearing the yellow. Very valuable shot. Now let's freeze that frame and have a look at how that is lined up. So there we go. We're lined up. Swing it forward. And when you're thinking about lining it up, you're looking at the left-hand side of this ghost ball going through against the left-hand hoop and the right-hand side going through that side there. So that's where you're going to be aiming that shot. So if we're looking over here, that's where it is. Now if you come back round behind, you can have a look at that, and you can either find the blade of grass, or you can say, look at that, I've got to be just outside. The middle of my ball is going to pass just outside the far leg of the hoop. Okay, so if we resume this shot and we turn off aim and we select our ball and we say, right, we're going to be aiming just outside of that hoop, and we select to hit it. Let's go around and see what happens there. And look at what happens. That is great. So that there is using your ghost ball. Now, you obviously don't have an extra ball in a game, but when you're practicing, it's a good idea to take another ball around and use that other ball to find where you're going to hit the angles. So just remember, looking at that shot there, if I'm playing a ball onto where the black is, the ball is going to hit the red and go that way. Okay, if it's back here, and the red, when you hit it, is going to go directly on that line. Okay, so if we're going to hit right there, let's draw a little spot. So we can use, if we want to, we could use our markers or anything like that. Well, let's put a little yellow dot out here. Okay. So we can grab our ball, come back here, and we're aiming at the yellow dot, or we could have a dot there. Select the ball, play through that. I won't play very far. Play through that yellow dot. And let's have a look what happens. See what happens? So now you know your angles.